We lived behind the scenes.
Ah, it's still there. How do I get it off? Oh no.
Is it?
It's not that one. Oh,
right.
that's that. Hold on. I got this. Are you kidding me?
I am not.
I'm kind of kidding.
Are you changing the color of the light?
Color of the light?
You want this pink?
No.
Is that not a good color?
Fine.
All right.
No, there's the rest.
We have things happening. We added Alex. We got a ticker.
No.
That's distracting because I feel like I'm going to end up reading that. Hey, we're going to be at Crypticon. Hey, we put on a movie. All right.
Hey, there's Alex.
There he is. Let's get Alex in here.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
What's up, dude?
Hello.
Hello,
Hi, Alex.
everybody.
Hello.
Hello. It's nice to see you.
Hello, Alex.
Hi. How are you?
All right. All right. We're going to run the trailer for this movie we just put out.
Movie.
That movie, Bloodlines, the Jersey Devil Curse, which we should talk about why it's called that. Anyway, here's the trailer for this movie.
Instagram
What
if
is
you
happening?
want.
Alex, what are you doing?
Sorry,
Alex
I was putting the shade down. It was really bright.
It sounded like you were starting a weed whacker.
I thought you were
There
going
we
to
go.
start mowing or something.
Yeah, guys, I gotta go real quick. It's snowing outside. I gotta go mow my lawn.
Oh boy.
All right. For the Instagram audience, this is what you're missing. We're showing the trailer for this movie
And Alex.
on YouTube. Yeah.
Creature itself is kind of sort of like a deer with wings, head of a horse.
Descriptions of the Jersey Devil match with the popular concept of what the devil would look like if you were to encounter him, even though the Bible gives a slightly different answer to that question.
The Leeds devil was sort of like the boogeyman. They knew what you were doing. If you did anything bad, the devil was coming for you. There are a lot of newspaper reports into the 80s.
It seems to come in like little waves, and it's sporadic. I don't know how to account for that.
1735, a woman named Mother Leeds living in the depths of the Pine Barrens.
Mother Leeds was a witch.
And the father was the devil.
Gives birth to her 13th child.
The creature kills as many as it can, and then it flies off.
Sound design by John Parfit, who also did the sound design for the movie. Just wanted to point that out. Trailer by Eli Watson. Anyway, Bloodlines came out yesterday, technically, I guess Monday night, and is currently available on Amazon, iTunes, and more. So you can go see it on any of those channels. It's also available on DVD and Blu-ray at smalltownmonsters.com today! Exclamation mark right here. For Kickstarter backers, if you're a Kickstarter backer, we're working on getting these out as we speak. We already a bunch went out already, right?
Yeah, we're in the process of doing that shipment. So over the next week or so, those will all be out the door.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a process because there's like 500 packages.
Yeah.
But we are working on that. And if you're going to be at CryptidCon this weekend, some props from that movie will be there to see in person, including the midwife's bloodstained nightgown that you saw in that trailer.
Actually, yeah. As long as you're mentioning it, we're not done talking about Jersey Devil, but CryptidCon in Lexington, Kentucky is this coming weekend. And most of the STM crew is going to be there, including Alexander. And Eli Watson will be there, and then we'll be there. And we're looking forward to meeting people.
We will meet you.
We'll meet you.
We'll
at
probably
the
greet
event.
you as well.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Eleanor Haskin, who is in Jersey Devil, will also be there, and
She will meet you then.
She will meet you. She'll probably also help run the table because she typically is doing that.
Yeah.
But that event, there are, so this is the big question I get asked if there are tickets available, and tickets are still available at the door. So show up and get tickets and meet us. We are doing a panel on Saturday night at 6:15, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And to what Courtney was talking about, we will have props from some of the movies. So 2 of the miniature houses from Flatwoods Monster will be there, which I'm actually kind of excited about people seeing. Those are prop houses that were used in the actual Flatwoods Monster: A Legacy of Fear movie. We have the Bell Witch mask from the movie The Horned One, which is the work of Corey Seymour, who will also be there as a vendor, actually. In fact, I think you can buy the same type of mask, if not the exact same mask, from his table. What else?
Bray Road book.
Yeah, we call it the Book of the Bray.
The Bellwit or
And
the Jersey Devil book.
Jersey Devil book.
The costume.
We have costume. What
the
costume?
wolf head. The costume from Jersey Devil, the midwife's nightgown.
Okay.
Is going to be there. The wolf head, which was in American Werewolves and Rougarou, will be there.
Yeah.
And Alex's Bigfooting kit will be there. And Alex really wants everyone to ask a lot of questions about it so that he can explain all of the things and what they're used for.
Yeah.
The pheromones, are you bringing the pheromones?
Oh, they are.
Yeah, we'll have a little pheromone challenge. Who can well, we're gonna set up a little booth, and I'm just kidding, we're not gonna have a pheromone challenge. We might. If you're brave enough, you could try it. But yeah, we're gonna
I think we should.
Yeah.
The monocular is going to be there and stuff, so you can look at.
We'll have some thermal units. We'll have a ridiculously large antenna. It's like 4 feet that goes on a Bofang radio. So if you want to talk to people on Mars, you can try that out. No, just kidding. But we will have a bunch of cool gear. Just some of the stuff we use along with the movie props. I think it should make for a fun little interactive kind of booth area. So definitely ask us questions. And
Yeah, I think most of we'll pretty much all be around the table for most of the event. So if you come to the event, the only one who will probably be missing a lot of the time is me. I'll just walk off at random,
It does happen.
hang out elsewhere. I'll come back and I'll be like, oh, there's a stack of things I have to sign. So yeah, come by though, and we will have DVDs and posters and shirts. Some of our leftover Mothman shirts will be at the event as well. So if you're in Kentucky, you have no excuse to miss this other than
We'll have books too.
We'll have books too.
No excuse.
Yeah. Speaking of books,
somebody asks if there's a link for the event. I don't know. We should.
CryptidCon.com. Down on the header down there, you can see that. So this is our latest book, which I forgot where the camera was. It's over here. Yeah, there. Kinderhook Creature and Beyond by Bruce Hallenbeck. Our second book from Small Town Monsters Publishing is out, and we're going to have copies at the event.
Hot off the presses.
Hot off the press. So come by the table and get a copy of the book as well.
And we'll have the Veggie Man book too.
We'll have
got Veggie Man.
Veggie Man.
The Vegetable Man.
Veggie Man book. The Vegetable Man. It's called Curious Creature.
Yeah, we call it Veggie Man book, but it's an adorable kids book. So if you have a little one and you want a kids book, you can get that at the con, or you can order it from us, or get it on Amazon.
Yeah. Mothman 46 is complaining about the time
That's what I thought.
that we're doing this event, which, you know, what are you going to do? This was the time that worked for us. Look, after I'm done with this, I have to do,
Good morning, Kentucky.
yeah, Good Morning Kentucky. And then, and then I have to do a podcast at 4. So I have a very busy day. Someone did ask again, when should we expect the hoodies and posters for Kickstarter backers?
That is in this package. So the package that's going out right now, if you could turn the camera around, you'd see my chaos. It is anything you've missed so far. If you did a late survey, it is the Jersey Devil. It's the hoodies, the t-shirts, the posters, the postcard and sticker, which were stretch goals, are also in that.
Mm-hmm.
So it is pretty much everything but Last Frontier.
Thank you.
So we are very excited about the event, and we are excited about Kickstarter stuff going out. By the way, for Kickstarter backers, make sure you're checking the updates, because I just did an update Monday, I think on Monday, about when things are shipping. So if you are you feel like you're out of the loop, just double check. Also, someone posted a comment for Alex. I'm going to post this here.
So the question is, you prepare a lot of burgers on the Beyond the Trail series. Do you believe there's any correlation between the presence of burgers and Bigfoot sightings? I have no idea. Maybe. I mean, we haven't seen one as we've been doing burgers. They're just easy to do when you're out in the woods and cooking on a skillet or whatever the case may be. I have had people claim you have to cook a steak or a burger to attract Sasquatch. Obviously, I don't think that's very that's founded in a lot of data we can verify, but it's kind of just an easy trail food to make out there, especially if you're car camping or just sort of getting to a pull-in campsite. Yeah, maybe. I mean, we'll let you know. Hopefully that'll pan out in the future. But for now, no luck with Bigfoot coming in looking for burgers. Although we may get some other critters looking for stuff. So
Corey had mentioned that he didn't see the email notification for those updates. I think that's a common thing with Kickstarter. So when I post an update, you probably just have to go to Kickstarter once a month and double check. I try to post at least once a month, if not more, and update people on like what's going on with all the different projects and where we're at with rewards. We actually just had our first Kickstarter meeting for next year's Kickstarter. And I think backers will be excited about what our current plan is, which would be to ship the bulk of the rewards, not the movies, but like the big reward package would go out at the beginning of the year next year instead of late in the year like it's been the last, I think, 3 years we've been doing it this way. So I think we're talking about switching that up. But speaking of the Kickstarter launches on February the
3rd, I think, right?
3rd
Hold
or
up.
2nd.
There's a graphic.
It's the first. It's the first Thursday, and
It's Tuesday. It's a Tuesday, right?
no,
First-
Thursday. First
Whoa,
Thursday.
All right, we'll look it up. Hold
Well,
on.
hold on.
First Thursday in February.
Oh wait, that's 2022.
All right, we've
Hold
gone
up.
back in time. All right, guys.
on.
If you want to back
That's-
last
oh,
year's,
wait.
you need to.
It's on my calendar.
It's the
February
2nd,
2nd.
February 2nd,
Sever-
Groundhog Day.
Yep.
We are launching the Kickstarter for next year's projects, which we did a whole live stream about that, so I don't want to go over all that stuff again, but we have a ton of really awesome stuff in the works for you guys. So February 2nd, come to the Kickstarter. If nothing else, if you don't want to be a backer, you can watch our live stream, which usually goes on for like 3 hours, and by the time it's done, we're all insane. So make sure you're a part of that. We have some really cool stuff planned, including shirt. I can give that away. We'll do a shirt. I don't know what. I don't want to give anything else. Yeah, I'm not going to give anything else away.
We've already talked about cryptid chupacabra.
Yeah, chupacabra.
Wait, are we gonna? Do we have
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
posters? Are we gonna have posters?
Yeah, all the normal stuff, but then like some
Extras?
fun stuff.
Courtney in her notes has monster feet written down. So that's
Do you really?
Instead of fast, it said
Listen.
FEAT.
Yeah.
Alex, I was going to try to play the teaser for this, and I couldn't get it onto my computer. So do you want to talk about the Alaskan episode and when people can expect it and what they can expect?
Yes, I mean if I can open the trailer here. If you want to pull it up, I have it uploaded here.
Oh, I didn't know I could do
Look
that.
at this.
Whoa.
All right.
Mr. Paddock.
So we're gonna play the trailer real quick for you
Sorry,
guys.
Instagram.
Yeah, sorry. This is just gonna keep happening.
There's
got
only
a
5
bunch
there
more.
anyway.
They give up. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to. Everyone, calm down. Booyah.
So there you have it.
But yeah, tell us a little bit about the episode and what we can expect.
Absolutely. So the Coastal Alaskan Sasquatch essentially is going to be a 2-part documentary series. I mean, we were there for a week at this location. It's basically an area codenamed Area A. It's a piece of private property on Alaska's Kenai Peninsula that has a long history of weird stuff going on. I mean, you heard that vocal at the beginning. We had a lot of strange stuff go on. I'm not going to give anything away, but you can see that in the episode. Both episodes, there's going to be, as I mentioned, 2. That first one comes out tomorrow for squad members. So those that are channel members will get to see it tomorrow. So that's November 17th, right? Thursday, November 17th. And it comes out publicly Thursday, November 24th. So that is Thanksgiving Day for American audiences. So if you're at home, watch it with the family. Great way to watch the episode. Like I said, if you're a squad member, you're going to get it a week early to be able to check it out. So the question is, will this cover the Portlock, Alaska story? No, we get that question a lot. This is a new location. This has never been really researched. It is a piece of private property. It's on the same peninsula, but the Kenai Peninsula, Alaska is a huge area. It's just a different part of the Kenai Peninsula, not the Portlock, Port Chatham location that a lot of folks have inquired about. We get that question. It's probably like the most common question we get about that particular episode. And Jeremiah even said he thinks it's the best Beyond the Trail he's seen yet. So yeah, definitely look forward to it. It's basically us in this location for a week, our longest investigation at one location. And it's probably one of the most beautiful, just scenery alone locations we've ever been to. So super excited to share that with folks. As I mentioned, episode comes out tomorrow for channel members, a week later publicly. And then the second part, or part 2 of the series of that documentary, is going to be on December 25th, excuse me. So that would be Christmas Day. So a little Christmas present. So it's a little bit of a month between the wait, but I think it'll be well worth the wait for folks. So
as long as we're talking Alaska, the Last Frontier, I'm good. I know where we're at. The Last Frontier, which is supposed to be our final movie of this year, 2022, the distributor has gloriously, lovingly delayed the movie to January 17th. We're going to go ahead on DVD and Blu-ray. Ours is going to be coming out probably sometime in December. Well before then would be the plan, especially because Kickstarter backers, we'd be making them wait into next year for the final package. So we're not planning on doing that. DVDs and Blu-ray should be out before then. The movie, though, I'm super excited about the way this worked out, because the trip was so chaotic and some of our plans got scuttled. Originally, we were supposed to be together at Area A for at least a night. That didn't happen. But Last Frontier acts as a really fun introduction to Alex and Eli's story at Area A. So make sure that you see all 3 of these episodes. Really, I mean, Last Frontier is part of that story, and kind of gives you the introduction to Alaska as a setting, and then Alex and Eli take us into this crazy adventure that they were on for like 8 days, 7 days, 8 days, something like that.
And those episodes will be packaged with the DVD and Blu-ray.
Yes, they on the Trail of Bigfoot, the Last Frontier DVD and Blu-ray will include the 2-parter Alaskan coastal. Wait, is it coastal Alaskan Sasquatch episodes? I'm not positive yet if it will include the road trip episode from earlier this year. I'd like it to, but I'm not positive yet. We can cram it on there, but the plan would be to do that if we can. We do know that Last Frontier, coastal Alaskan coastal Alaskan Sasquatch, they'll all be together on that DVD and Blu-ray, which we're really excited about, because I know when Alex and I first started talking about doing Beyond the Trail, part of the idea was that these 2 things, On the Trail of Bigfoot and Beyond the Trail, would sometimes tie into one another. And I know the first time we did it was Discovery, but I think this took it in a really fun direction. I'm really excited for people to see that, and then I'm extremely excited about On the Trail of Bigfoot, Land of the Missing, which will be out next year. Alex and Eli are featured heavily in that one, and it doesn't. I guess it'll probably play off of some of the things that they experienced at Area A as well. So this is a whole big story, interwoven, episodes kind of interwoven together.
If I could just add, having seen On the Trail of Bigfoot, The Last Frontier, in my opinion, it's the most in-depth documentary that's ever been done about Sasquatch, Bigfoot in Alaska by far. I mean, I can't think of anything else that comes close. Everything else is a focus in on something, but this is just the most widespread, because you're talking about not only, there is that little section introducing kind of Area A and what we did, but you're talking about the Kenai Peninsula, interior Alaska, up to, the Denali area. It's just, everything is covered. So I think that Last Frontier, in combination with some of the Bigfoot Beyond the Trail stuff, is just going to be so in depth in terms of what we're covering with Alaska. And I have to say, it's not the last, as you mentioned with Land of the Missing, that project itself is not the last Bigfoot related Alaska project we'll be doing. And I mean, I can announce this now, but Eli and I will actually be speaking at the Boreal Bigfoot conference or Boreal Bigfoot Expo in Fairbanks, Alaska, which is next June. So June of 2023. So you can bet your bottom dollar we will be back in Alaska looking for Bigfoot again.
Or just bet your bottom that they'll be back there. So someone asked if Land of the Missing has anything to do with Missing 411. So I guess just in the fact that there are missing persons cases discussed in the movie, it probably goes in some directions you're not expecting. We get into some high strangeness type stuff in that movie. And again, it builds off of Last Frontier and what Alex and Eli are doing with BTT as well. So it's this is like our big Alaskan Bigfoot epic, that crosses multiple projects. So I'm really excited about it. Honestly, just like behind the scenes, there was originally we had an idea to do a Bigfoot project while we were doing that as well. That didn't pan out as well. Nothing happened, and I got scared. I was going to be eaten by a bear after I stuck some peanut butter in a tree. After Rob Roy told me to do that.
Rob Roy.
I think he was trying to get me to bait myself.
Yeah. Be careful listening to Rob Roy. That's the moral of the story.
Got spooked, called Alex for help.
But yeah, we had a heck of a time there, and there's some big stuff coming next year. I guess I can probably announce too that there's 2 On the Trail of Bigfoot movies coming out next year. There's On the Trail of Bigfoot, Land of the Missing, and then On the Trail of Bigfoot, The Origin. And The Origin is going to be a British Columbia Bigfoot movie, and the Origin title kind of stems back to the native tales of Sasquatch that came out of British Columbia, and also like my favorite Bigfoot researcher / Bigfoot author, John Green, out of the Harrison Hot Springs area. So our plan is to get to BC sometime next year and make a whole on the trail of Bigfoot that's focused there. So we're really excited about that. We did get a question, and one of those, what is that, a super chat thing? I never know what those are. So thank you so much, though. That was super cool of you. In your research, are you coming across a rise in sightings of Bigfoot accompanied by UFO sightings? Opinions on correlation convergence.
The Ridge kind of talked about that a bit.
Yeah, the Ridge delves into that somewhat. Just my personal opinion on, maybe I should keep that on the screen because Alex will probably dive into this somewhat too. But and Zach really wants to talk about.
I'm gonna dive into it.
Bigfoot and UFOs. I have not seen a rise in sightings. If anything, I think they're on a decline. It's like Don Keating. I asked Don Keating. Don Keating's this like sort of renowned Ohio Bigfoot researcher. He was basically the godfather of Bigfoot research in Ohio. I asked him in all of his years of research how many like high strangeness Bigfoot sightings he ever took, and he had never taken one. And anyone that knows Don and how long he was involved in this, it's not terribly common. It's never been terribly common. But there seems to be places where those sightings do occur in conjunction or correlation with other phenomena. I mean, we experienced strange, potentially possible Bigfoot activity in correlation with strange lights in the woods when we were on the Chestnut Ridge in PA. So it does happen. But as far as like a rise in sightings, I haven't noticed that. I don't know about Zach.
Zach was terrified.
I was terrified about that. I saw some lights. I saw some lights today. I saw some lights, man.
Yeah, Alex, you?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to agree. I don't necessarily see that there's a rise. I mean, there have been certain areas like the Chestnut Ridge, maybe the Bridgewater Triangle in Massachusetts, where there seems to be UFO sightings, but there's also Bigfoot sightings. But in my experience, I've talked to hundreds of people at this point who claim to have seen a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot. Majority of those, easily 75+%, maybe more. I mean, I don't exactly know the rough number, but that large percentage of those, just the Bigfoot is seen doing something normal, or seemingly normal for a Sasquatch, running away, walking, moving out of the area. Nothing really weird. There are, of course, a minority of reports that there's orbs involved or there's weird lights or other things, but those are still a vast minority of reports, of any of the Bigfoot reports that I've come across or people that I've spoken to. I'm not discounting that at all. I'm just saying that's what I've observed. That doesn't mean, Bigfoot is one way or the other. That's just simply what the data that we have. And, some of the data might not even be reliable. So that's something we have to contend with. I wouldn't say there's necessarily a rise though. It seems like it's been places like we mentioned Chestnut Ridge. It's kind of been all over the place, sort of happening for a long time. So,
yeah. Can someone plug this in? Heather, what about you? Because you did a lot of the research for the Ridge. Have you noticed? You've seen lights. Have you seen a correlation? Hold on. By the way, Instagram audience, I see your question. I'm going to get to it in a second.
It was over there on the ground.
But Heather, have you?
Not necessarily a rise. No. I mean, when you get to when you get to areas like the Chestnut Ridge where they overlap, that just seems to be a fairly common thing, but I haven't noticed an uptick in anything.
Peggy Curtis, who's a good friend of STM, said, "Man, I miss Monsteropolis and Sasquatch Out of the Shadows live stream. Glad I got the alert for today's live stream." Here's the thing about the podcast. Our YouTube channel audience, the audience that is supporting it right now, they just kind of lost interest. Beyond that, we don't have a ton of time. So it's not that we've completely, and I'm not speaking for Alex's Sasquatch Out of the Shadows here, by the way. As far as I know, Alex is still doing that. That's not going to charge it. You got to go on the other side. We're doing this on the fly, guys.
Yeah, I've been on a hiatus from the show as well. Just so busy.
Yeah, I mean, the fact is we're putting out so many hours of content per year at SDM that keeping up with the podcast became more work than it should be, because I think most of us love doing podcasts, not necessarily that we treat it as a hobby, but it's viewed as like a fun like an escape for Mark and I. That was our way to communicate each week, and so we'd love to get back to that stuff, but right now there's no immediate plans. Someone on Instagram, I gotta address this, someone on Instagram had asked us if we had any plans to do another Mothman project, possibly at another location, and just because I feel bad because the Instagram audience is just sitting here without us interacting, I will say that right now there's no immediate plans to do anything, but there's still a lot of story to be told with the Mothman, especially in West Virginia. And there's things I could do with that story and that creature that I would maybe someday consider getting back to it, but also the audience has to support it. So we'd have to see how, if they were interested in that. This is another, we're gonna take questions here in a minute about Bloodlines Jersey Devil curse, but Bigfoot Society has suggested Beyond the Trail Area X, and I would second that. I saw Matt Pruitt hopped in to our live stream on Instagram, so maybe he can hook us up. As far as I know, we have an open invitation to hopefully do something there at some point. So
yeah, we've hoped to go down there for a little bit. I know we've talked about it before. Obviously, I've talked to Matt and Michael Mays and some of those guys. So, I don't want to put words in their mouths or anything, but we'd love to get down there at some point. So maybe that's on the docket. Certainly, we've got a lot of other things planned, but that definitely is one on the top for sure.
But yeah, we did just put out Bloodlines, the Jersey Devil Curse. If you have questions or comments about the making of that movie, please drop them in the comments. The movie has been climbing on Amazon's bestseller list, which is always my favorite activity to do after a movie comes out, is to just stress myself out watching the list to see if it makes it into the top 10 or whatever. So that's my absolute favorite thing.
Too.
Yeah,
we all like it too.
Thing to do. Yeah, everyone loves me talking about that. There were other questions, and now they scrolled way up. And Christina did say thanks for. When is STM going to Ape Canyon?
Great question.
Yeah. Either Beyond the Trail or On the Trail of Bigfoot. Originally, so here's the thing. Originally, On the Trail of Bigfoot, the legend, Mark and I were supposed to get up to Ape Canyon or at least the surrounding area with Mark Marcel. But we got in so late in the day that it didn't pan out. I don't know if you're planning on doing anything up that way, but
definitely. Yeah, we've had plans with Mark for a while to go down to Ape Canyon and actually rappel into the canyon to find, because Mark essentially found this location of the cabin, the original cabin. They have nails and pieces of that cabin that are he has in his possession. So we've definitely made plans to go there. Another thing is at Crypticon, actually, Mark Marcel will be presenting. So if you want to meet Mark there as well, he will be at Crypticon. I'm sure talking about Ape Canyon, but that's one that's been on our list. We actually have hopefully plans to get to Ape Canyon too. But like I said, it would be pretty intense. We'd be going actually down to the original cabin site.
Someone said George Knapp should do you on C2C. George has done me on C2C. I've been on with Knapp twice, and I've been on with maybe it's 3 times that I've been on with Knapp, and I've been on with George Norrie a few times as well. And I slept through one of my guest spots, which is my favorite coast to coast story. I slept through one of my guest spots a few years ago, like 2-3 years ago. And they have still had me back since, so I haven't been booted from the show yet. But yeah, I know Coast to Coast has like an archive, so if you look me up on there, you can find me. And I was on Norrie's Beyond Belief show, and I think there's either clips from that or the whole show. that is on. I think there's clips on that from YouTube. I'm confused about this comment. I'm saving my money for a mysterious March 22nd event in Canton. Plug.
June 2nd and 3rd.
June 2nd and 3rd. Unless maybe there's something going on in March.
I don't know what he's talking about.
June 2nd. Yeah, as long as we're bringing it up because of Mothman. June 2nd of next year, Monster Fest in Canton, Ohio. You can come hang out with all of us. Plus, Alexander's going to be there. Eli's going to be there. Who else is going to be there?
Tons of vendors.
A lot of vendors. Shannon
so-
LeGros,
Lyle
Blackburn, Cliff Barrickman, Richard Haddam.
Yeah, Astonishing Legends.
Astonishing Legends boys. Jim Harold from the Paranormal Podcast.
right.
Stan Gordon from our very own The Ridge.
Amy
Boo. Ohio Bigfoot researcher Justin Chernipeski is going to be there from Mountain Beast Mysteries, which we're pretty excited about.
Adam Dugan, star of Jersey Devil.
We haven't announced it anywhere, but we keep talking about it unofficially. Lauren Coleman's supposed to be there. There's a lot of people. Jeremiah Byron from Bigfoot Society is scheduled to be there. So we're very excited about Monster Fest next year. If you're excited about On the Trail of Bigfoot Land of the Missing, you'll be able to see the premiere on Friday, June 2nd at the Canton Palace Theater.
If you get a VIP ticket, that's included.
If you get a VIP ticket, that event is included. So
Terry in the comments says I have my VIP tickets.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very
See you
nice.
there.
Yeah. So we're excited about Monster Fest. You should be there. Omi is going to be there apparently.
Yay!
Yeah.
Pepper too.
Pepper better be there.
Say a lot of our friends or the vendors that do these events, and it's going to be the full ballroom. So we're going to have 70 total tables. That doesn't include us, but it's going to be a huge vending room plus the guest speakers and live podcasts and movie screenings throughout the day.
There was a question up here. This is cool. Wonder if the Jersey Devil and Mothman are connected due to winged nature and mid-Atlantic proximity. Heather, you should probably talk about this some, but just because you haven't talked much, I'm just saying get in here on this. But one thing I thought was kind of cool while we were doing the Jersey Devil movie was that there are a lot of like similarities between the Jersey Devil story and kind of how people view the Mothman. That like those two stories, there's similarities between the two of them that I'm very excited about. Eli Watson just commented on IG, all caps, the airport is a nightmare. I'm pretty sure Eli's making his way already to Louisville for the Crypticon. So make sure you visit Crypticon. But anyway, yeah, there's also the other connection that I thought was interesting is the Pine Barrens and the TNT area bear some similarities in terms of the way they look. And then also Point Pleasant. There's a Point Pleasant, New Jersey near the Pine Barrens and a Point Pleasant, West Virginia where the Mothman sightings happen. Heather? There's a angle to the Jersey Devil that it's like a portent of doom, correct?
Sure.
Okay, good.
I wouldn't put them in the same category though. Mainly because when people, aside from the winged nature of it, the Jersey Devil is this conglomeration of a lot of different creatures. Mothman was originally like a bird and then turned into Mothman. I don't know. In my mind, they're two separate entities, but maybe the Harbinger of Doom thing connects them, but I think it's also to be argued that Mothman is a Harbinger of Doom.
Yeah. Someone asked when Aaron's book is coming out next year. We were just discussing this. So the fact is that Aaron's book is going to be tied into the Kickstarter, not just because one of the movies in the Kickstarter is riffing on his research and follows him as he works on the book to some extent, but the book is going to be a reward in the campaign. So we're not positive yet, just because we're trying to figure out when the book can come out, when people can get it. When the biggest problem with Kickstarter is always that it launches so early in the year, and then we start putting movies out right around the time that it ends. And some years it's created problems with the credits, with getting our Kickstarter backers' names into the credits. So we want to make sure we're scheduling that a little better this year. So we're still just working on when that book is going to come out.
But it will be the first half of the year.
Yeah,
Pretty
it'll
safe to
probably be
say.
like second quarter, so like springish.
Sure. Second quarter, whatever.
Quarter two.
Q2
next year.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions in here? I always had a theory that Mothman and Jersey Devil were the same thing or connected. Apparently, he does not agree with Heather.
That's fine. You don't have to.
Oh, this is interesting. Has Heather had any more luck gifting in the Rougarou Woods?
No. The only thing that's happened, I mean, things have slightly been moved, but nothing's been taken. Nothing's been replaced. It's been pretty quiet. But we're also
even during the summer.
Yeah.
For the record, I've not been back out there since
December or January.
No,
right?
it was February. It was when we were out there with the.
Oh,
that? No,
wait,
that was
then
May.
that was May.
That was May. Yeah,
All right.
that's the last time I was out there.
Well, but I wouldn't be surprised if stuff dies down, because rumor has it there's going to be more clear cutting happening for oil pipelines or something very soon.
So that
right
might
next
have
to the
been
property,
the
so-
end of it.
Yeah.
We should say congratulations to Mrs. and Mr. Aaron on the little fella.
Ezra.
Yeah, little baby.
So
That's Werewolf Prince.
yeah, and I know I'm missing questions because this is what they don't all pop up in here. So if you guys asked questions, I did not see them. But we are also running low on time because I have to go do a television interview.
He's got to drive to Kentucky.
I have to drive to Kentucky real quick. You guys ever asked yourself why 1967 was so big for paranormal activity? I'm curious what else happened in 67. I know obviously the back half of the Mothman stuff. Alex, what happened in 67? Is that what? That's not Betty and Barney. When Betty and Barney was like 50s or something. Yeah, 50s.
Well, I mean, obviously the Patterson Gimlin film was taken in 1967. So that's a big Bigfoot one. So I don't know. You know, if people talk about these sort of flap year kind of things, 1977 is another one. So I don't know. I'm not too familiar with 1967 aside from Patty. And as Jeremiah posts correctly, 10/20/67. So yeah, October 20th, 1967. So I don't know what else was going on that year, but there does seem to be some years that have a lot more weird stuff going on than others.
Yeah. But yeah, just wrapping up, I guess, Fudge, courtesy of Bigfoot Society. The Cryptid Con is this coming weekend. We would love to see some of you guys there, especially like our YouTube audience, because I know a lot of YouTubers are kind of new to us. And it would be cool to meet some of those people who discovered us through the YouTube, and especially because Alex and Eli are both going to be there. So make sure you get tickets to CryptiCon in Lexington. Watch Bloodlines, The Jersey Devil Curse on Amazon, iTunes, Vudu, Fandango Now, other
Apple
avenues. Our distributor is probably just going to toss it up on Tubi any day now because they're new.
And we have a link that has all of the virtual links.
Check out our link tree.
The Genius link
on everything.
Yeah.
And sign up for the
sign up for the MailChimp monkey mail, as we call it here. Heather runs that and is sending that out. So we send those out fairly often. We actually need to get another one. Oh, you know what? As long as we're doing this, if you watched Jersey Devil, especially on Amazon, because I don't know how they do this anymore, but if you watched it on Amazon, please leave us a review. Reviews are like the best way to help the movie get found. So that would be a huge help, especially to like Kickstarter back. Anyone that's watched the movie, please go leave reviews. If you can't leave it on Amazon, go to like Vudu, iTunes, but preferably Amazon. That seems to be the big one. What else am I missing?
You know, the Kinderhook Creature just came out, so just a reminder.
Kinderhook Creature book.
That could also have reviews on Amazon and
Yes.
be helpful.
So
that would be huge.
This is on Amazon. You can also get it in a Kindle version on Amazon.
Yeah.
We also have it on our website, and because how
You
Amazon
can't see anything.
It's just blank. No, just kidding.
There's pictures.
because
No, there are pictures.
how Amazon works with shipping, you'll notice it is slightly cheaper on our website because shipping things, but it's available on both and Kindle. Jersey Devil, we will have Jersey Devil at CryptidCon. First place you can buy it from us in person. If you're a Kickstarter backer, it is happening.
Going in the
Getting
mail.
it. Yeah, if
sign
you
it
want
for
it
you.
signed, come get it at
Yep.
We'll sign
thing.
everything.
You can take a picture with the DVD in front of the prop from the movie.
We'll sign the
Do the-
prop.
The bloody nightgown. In
I'll,
front of the-
I'll sign
in the book.
anything.
Yeah.
I've signed shirts on
Oh.
people's
All right.
backs
All right.
at this.
It's time to go.
Event. All right. Come hang with us
This weekend.
And Alex, anything you want to add before we take off?
Yeah, just as we talked about earlier, more for the YouTube audience, I suppose, but others as well on other platforms that want to see Bigfoot Beyond the Trail, the Alaskan Coastal Sasquatch. That episode drops tomorrow. That's November 17th for YouTube channel members. So they'll get a full week access before it drops publicly on YouTube on November 24th, which is Thanksgiving Day for US audiences. And again, that second part will be coming in December as well on Christmas Day. So you'll want to stay tuned for that. It's definitely going to be awesome. We're super excited to showcase Area A to folks and stay tuned.
That's one too, where so Squad, our YouTube channel members, basically for people that don't know, you sign up on the YouTube channel, you become a member. This isn't the same thing as subscribing. You become a member, you support the shows we're doing over there. But also, if you are seeing that ad-free version, you can watch it in 4K, which I think is a must for this particular 2-episode stint, because some of the footage they have is insane, really just absolutely insane. So
yeah, it's Alaska in 4K. I mean, it's ridiculous. Yeah. The craziest visuals we've gotten so far. So definitely want to check that out.
One other Squad note, just because I don't think people know, there's multiple levels. The base level gets you all the cool content. There is an upper level where we personally send you a care package a couple times a year, like 4 times a year. It's every quarter. And that's stuff that Heather and I and the guys, when we are traveling, we pick up stuff just to ship to our Squad members as care packages. So if you're into like getting stuff from our travels, like we did pine cones
from the Pine Barrens.
From the Pine Barrens,
right.
And
I picked them up.
there was stuff
And
from Alaska.
definitely no issues with picking up the pine cones.
No, not at all.
And
So if you're interested in like goodies like that stuff, and when we go to these cons, we buy stuff, that's an option.
yeah. Also, just adding to that, if you become a channel member, either pick the top tier or the bottom. Don't worry about the other two. Those
There's
are
only 3 now.
we're down to 3, but the only reason we're leaving that second one in there is because there's actually a bunch of people on there, but they're just the kindest, sweetest people in the world who are supporting us. You guys do not need to back at that level. I would go with the lowest or the top. Everything else is just there if you want to support it.
And if you do choose the top, you need to email me so I can send you your care package, because YouTube won't give me your address.
Yeah.
Curse rocks from the cave.
Yeah. Mothman 46 said, I don't even remember that. So I don't think that's true, in all honesty.
Perk of being a member, right?
Yeah. All right. That's it. We're gonna shut this down. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And yeah.
See you this weekend.
Yeah, hopefully we see you guys this weekend.
Yeah, come say hi to us.
All right. We'll catch you guys later. See you later.
Bye.
Stay tuned.